Hello YouTube, my name is Adam Fields and welcome to my very first issue here on Making Comic Book Collecting Fun Again, Play Network. Welcome back YouTube. Like I said, my name is Adam Fields. I'm the owner of Midnight 27 Studios, Illustration and Design. Basically, I'm an illustrator and designer. I cannot make it any simpler than that. I have the opportunity to work on various projects, including comic books, trading cards, book covers, posters, you name it, I probably worked on it. And I want to be able to share with you some of my work, all right? At the end of this video, I'm going to draw a really fun character that I enjoy, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. I'm going to walk you through my process, and hopefully you guys learn something, all right? I want to introduce you guys to some of my work. So this video, we're going to just do a brief overview of my projects that I've had the opportunity to work on, and then we're going to get into the drawing, okay? So first up, we have Prowl. Prowl is my comic book series. I write and illustrate this. This is my baby. Currently, we have 6 issues. They're right above my head. Issue 1 and Issue 2 are Part 1, Part 2 story, sort of an intro to the character. The overall story is about a vigilante werewolf. Alex Phillips is based in a small town where nothing really goes on besides some petty crimes. Well, he finds this stone and he's able to turn into a werewolf at will. Day or night, it doesn't matter. He puts the stone on, he becomes this werewolf. At the end of the day, all he wants is his town to be back to normal and thrive like it used to be. Well, there's a problem. There's an underground society that no one really knows, and that's where the whole plot is going to be for Prowl. So we're just now scratching the surface with issue 6, going into issue 7. I'm very excited for where this story is going. We're going to start unearthing a lot of things very quickly as we roll into volume 2. So if you want, jump on the bandwagon now. I'm going to do a whole video based on this story. So you're going to learn a lot more about Prowl and what's coming and where we're going with this story. All right, so definitely stay tuned for that. Next up is going to be Blue Coat Missionary. This is my most recent project, and I'm very excited for it because it was actually a company out of Painesville, Ohio that hired me to do this for them. It's used as a marketing tool for their company. And what their company does is they save lives. They're called the Sub-Zero Mission, and their entire business is to go out in the cold and find homeless people and give them clothes so that they're able to survive the blistering winters. They travel all over basically the East Coast. So they go to Pennsylvania, Southern Ohio, Northern Ohio. I believe they go to Chicago. I believe they find these people who are in need and do not have any resources, and they give them boots, coats, hats, gloves, scarves, sleeping bags. They call all that stuff the Stay Alive 5. Okay. And this book is basically to show what the homeless go through, primarily the homeless veterans. 1 in 3 homeless are a veteran. They are so generous with what they do, and they're so passionate about it. So to be able to partner up with a company like this and know that my work is going towards something great is the best feeling in the world. Blue Coat Missionary shows what it's like to have a disorder from both sides. The book actually is sort of focusing on PTSD, and we actually put a face to PTSD. So Blue Coat Missionary is their mascot, along with this battle bear, Shivers. Together, they hunt down and they battle death in whatever form he comes in. It's going to be based in the winter because that's primarily when they go out into the field to save lives. So this story is based around death and PTSD and what does that look like to someone who has it. Again, I'm probably going to do an entire video just on this story and who they are and what they do, and we're probably going to end up doing a bunch of drawings of them because it is a fun character to draw, and I'm very excited about this. All right. Lastly, for book-wise, I want to talk about Zombie Office. This book was one of my very first projects besides Prowl that I had published. A company had found me on Instagram, liked my work, asked me if I drew zombies. Who doesn't draw zombies? Those are some fun things to draw. Of course, I said, yes, I draw zombies. And they wanted me to draw their entire book. The whole series is going to be a larger tie-in to a video game. All right, it's a live action video game where you get to choose your own adventure. And in the book, you're going to be able to select items and scan it. And it's so revolutionary because I've yet to see a comic book that has augmented reality. Zombie Office and Prowl all have augmented reality. So you can bring the werewolf or a zombie to life just by scanning the cover with the personalized apps, okay? Comics are making such a change in this world and industry, and independent people have such passion for it, and that's why I want to be a part of this world, all right? But now we're going to go just a little bit mainstream for projects that I've actually had the opportunity to work on, and it's actually through the trading card company, Upper Deck Company. These right here are sketch cards that I've had the opportunity to work on through Upper Deck. I've done, I believe, 7 different projects for them, all different. One was Marvel Premiere, Masterpiece, Infinity War, and the most recent was Deadpool. And there's another project at this time. I cannot say what it is, but it's actually very, very cool to be a part of that thing, that history. I've had so much fun doing these sketch cards. I believe I've done over 300 of them at this point in my career, and it never gets old. So trading cards and comic books are kind of what I want to highlight today in this issue of my very first video here. But right now, I want to do some drawing for you guys. I'm going to be drawing one of my favorite characters, one of the most fun characters I've actually had the opportunity of drawing, Thanos. I'll see you guys at my drawing table. All right, guys, as promised, I'm going to be drawing Thanos, the Mad Titan, the star of Avengers, Infinity War, and the upcoming film Endgame. One of my favorite characters to draw. He has such great detail, so let's get started, okay? So first off, we have Strathmore Bristol board, 9x12. I love this paper. It's smooth. And then I actually have 4H lead in my lead holder. And I always start off with a circle. Sorry if you're unable to see it at the moment. I always draw light. We're just going to draw the Mad Titan looking down. I'm going to start off just by drawing this shape, some guidelines here for his eyes, his ear, and even though his chin is not going to be that thin, that's what we're going to do, okay? All right, I'm probably not going to draw his helmet on him. I'm just going to draw just him, okay? So we have a nice little setup there. That's where his nose will probably be, and his mouth. He's got some really odd proportions, okay? So now I'm going to start roughing in his features, bouncing from side to side, so I keep everything proportionate. His nose, it's very small. Give him a grimace. And what makes Thanos is his unbelievably giant chin. Some wrinkles. Then his head. And at this stage, there's always some adjustments that I always do, because it's not going to be perfect the first time. This is the the best time to make mistakes and corrections. Like I feel like his nose is too long, so we're gonna shorten it up and we're gonna use that as a shadow. Fill this in. And I'm going to use this center line right here. Flatten the top of his head just a little bit. I feel like it was just a little too big. We're going to make his ear just a little bit smaller. Okay. It's forehead. Some wrinkles. I had all the detail with inks. All right, so that's going to wrap it for the pencil stage. I don't really go into too much detail in the pencil stage. I primarily do a lot of my detail work with inks. And I have a very probably untraditional method of inking. So I'm excited to kind of show you guys that. I start off with, like most people, with Micron. We're going to start with a Micron 05. It's not too thick and it's not too thin. But we're going to start with some wrinkle lines here just to show his anger. Keeping in mind, light source will probably be up in this corner. That seems to be where I default. Anytime you're doing an illustration, you have to have a light source. Bags under his eyes, just to show some age and some stress. Keeping in mind the thick and thin lines. And I'm not going to be doing a lot of heavy shadows in this initial part. But I definitely want to add some textures to his skin. And that's where my untraditional method kind of comes in. Bounce from side to side, trying to keep everything as symmetrical as possible, knowing that the light's going to hit over here. There's not going to be too much on this side, so I don't want to add too much line work. I'd rather let the shadows tell the story and do the work for me.
Keeping the line work very, very loose, except over here where I need it to be very tight. I'll lighten up back here. Okay. And then we're going to get into the traditional method. All right. So now I want to start adding all the shadows. And for my shadows, you know, some people use dip pens. Some people use Sharpies. They use various inks and whatever. I use a painter's marker. Basically, I get this at Walmart, and it's for like poster board. But what I find is it goes on wet, so I can actually blend it and smudge it with my finger and get some skin texture. So I always start off with eyes, always. Again, light's coming down from this way, so this side is going to be in heavy shadow. And anything that we feel that we need to lighten back up, that's why they create a whiteout. So his nose will be casting a shadow underneath that wrinkle. This wrinkle right here. Like that. Definitely gonna So yeah, as the ink is still on the paper wet, I try to smudge it. And this is just the base of the inks. So basically we're blocking in the shadow areas. So by no means is this anywhere near being ready. Keeping in mind that this is 2 skin. Leaving a spot for Adam's apple and any muscles or veins that may be popping in his neck. Under here, there's ear. I like to add just a little bit of shadow on his forehead, going up to that. And I'm going to just sort of texturize all this. Just a bit. Definitely, all I'm doing is dipping it on my finger. And okay. And we just keep doing this process till we're happy with the results. So I'm gonna just sit here and keep texturizing his face until I'm happy. Josh, feel free to speed this part up. It might take a while. Have some cool music. Why not? People like cool music. have the texture stage done, now I like to jump back to my micron pen and really add some textures, because the skin is very wrinkly, and I just want to add some of that so it doesn't look so smooth. So basically some cracks here and there. And then after this stage, we'll do the background, and then we'll start doing some whiteout to cut in some more detail. And if you catch microns just right, you can blend, sort of smudge those out too. All right, so now we're going to do just a quick background. Something very, very simple. Since we have a lot of darks on this side, I'm going to do just a black background on this side. We're not coloring this one today. We will be doing some more colors later on. And in the comments section below, leave who you'd like to see me draw. Absolutely would love to hear who you would like to see me tackle. I'll do some larger cross hatching here just for the sake of style. Then we're going to come back the other way just for something in the background. Okay. And then we're going to take a Presto Jumbo correction pen, basically a Presto whiteout. I love this. Fine point. Always shake it up first. We're going to come in. We're going to grab one that works. Next up is this Presto. This one should work. Sometimes you get them where they're clogged. There we go. So his eye there. The best thing about these are it's liquid paper, it's whiteout, so you're actually able to draw right back on it. So just cutting in some white where I feel it needs it. And then I'll go back through and do corrections over the corrections. It's like that just doesn't look right, but one of my favorite things to do with this is grab an old card, an old insurance card. That's what I have here. I puddle it up on the corner and I'll flick it. Just to add a little bit more texture. I'm gonna do it in the background. And draw with it. Okay, and then once it's dry, doesn't take long, I'm going to take my micron and I'm going to come back in. I'm going to cut some more black back in where the pen got a little crazy on me. Like that. And there you have it. The Mad Titan. There it is, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you in just a minute.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that drawing. I know I have a lot of fun drawing Thanos. He's one of my favorite characters to draw. And there's the finished product. Had a lot of fun. Hope you guys learned something. I'm going to be doing a lot more in-depth drawings where I'm going to break down each process. But I figured for an intro video, let's draw a really fun character. And I hope you guys had a lot of fun with me. I'm looking so forward to being able to talk to you about all my creations, what is coming down the pike, where I'm going to be, and where you can find me. And if you have any requests, I'm interested to hear them. I want to read what you have to say about what you would like to see. Please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications, because we're going to constantly keep adding more and more content. I'm going to be doing more videos, and I want to hear what you guys would like to see. All right? So, again, I'm Adam Fields. Don't stop arting. This is my first time, bear with me. Use it for B-roll, I don't care. My YouTube debut, scratch that. I think that went well, Josh. Edit that part out. I like that. Actually, we're gonna cut right there. I don't like that at all. No, why do I keep saying Okay, take that out. We're gonna do it again. All right, we're gonna do it right now. I don't like that either. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Sorry. My name's Adam Fields, and I've got some really good stuff in store for you.